Hello everyone, True here, and before we hop into today's video, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on today's video. It means a lot to me, and please consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. If you do enjoy the content, it makes my day whenever anybody subscribes. So if you want to make my day, please subscribe. And we're also giving away a 2011 Tropical Beach at 1,000 subscribers. Who doesn't like giveaways? So if anything, please do subscribe for that. And while you're at it, don't forget to drop a like on today's video. Really helps my videos to get shared with a wider audience. And with all of that being said, enjoy the video. You are now watching the True TCG. Hello everyone, True here, back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a deck that has been around for a very long time. We will be taking a look at Pikachu and Zekrom-GX. Now, for those of you who do not know, Pikachu and Zekrom-GX was sort of thought to would have died out because of the brand new Urshifu VMAXs that came out in battle styles. However, at a recent Hexters tournament, Pikachu and Zekrom finished second place, right behind Luke Metal, which is around a 50-50 matchup for Pikachu and Zekrom, but Pikachu and Zekrom finishing second definitely surprised me because I thought the deck was dead. You know, I thought that certainly with Urshifu's running around, certainly with Raichu-GX's running around to prevent Mewtwo from hitting weakness, that certainly Pikachu and Zekrom couldn't be good anymore. Clearly, I was wrong. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the second place list from Hexters. It looks really straightforward. It looks a lot like the Pikachu and Zekrom lists before Battle Styles, just a couple of cards changed around. We only play one Yell Grunt now as opposed to two, and we have a Vikavolt V. Probably for the Decidueye matchup, I'm not entirely on board with Vikavolt V, but I think this was more or less a meta call for the tournament, as Vikavolt V definitely slows down Decidueye to where you can swing the tempo back into your game. With paralyzing bolts, we can prevent our opponent from playing quick balls, Pokemon communications, rare candies, and all of those good cards that help them search out Decidueye. So Vikavolt V, obviously great for the Decidueye matchup. It's also great for the Baby Blacephalon matchup, where in the late game we can prevent our opponent from playing Fire Crystals and hopefully lock them out of the game like that. Now, as for the other cards, all the other Pokemon really just look the same. The 3 Boltund, 2 1 Pikarom and Choo-Choo line. We also play 2 Mewtwo and Mew-GX, 1 Crobat V, 1 Eldegoss, 2 Dedenne, 1 Coco Prism. Pretty straightforward. Another small change that was made was we cut an Electromagnetic Radar for another Cherish Ball, probably to search out our Mew3s a little bit more efficiently, since Mew3s matter a little bit more now, since it is our optimal attacker for that Urshifu matchup. So we obviously want more ways to search out Mew3 as opposed to not to. So we cut a radar for a Cherish Ball, and Cherish Ball still does act sort of like a radar. It can still search out an electric Pokemon GX, but it also serves as a way to search out Mewtwo and Mew-GX as well. Other than that, the list looks pretty straightforward. We do play a 4th speed Lightning Energy. We actually don't play Chaotic Swell anymore. We opted to play a 4th speed Lightning Energy. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's just the small changes that the person who got second place made. And yeah, other than that, that's all I have to really say for the deck, and let's get into some games. Alrighty, so hopping into our first game here against G0H4N. Good luck to him or her. I think I've played this person before a couple of times. I'm not entirely sure. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately. Hopefully we go second. Yeah, we are going second. Okay, so that's definitely what we wanted here. Pikachu and Zekrom start not ideal. Would have loved to see a Boltund, but the rest of his hand looking not terrible, not the greatest, and we are up against that Rapid Strike Urshifu V. This matchup is definitely a little bit awkward. Yeah, they definitely probably play Raichu-GX. There is the Rapid Strike energy attachment, and yeah, no Boltund to work with, so all these 2 switches either gonna go to the bottom of the deck or get discarded, unfortunately. So what do we want to do this turn? We definitely do want to pull off a turn 1 Electrify on a Mew3. I think that is the optimal way to go. And maybe find a Crushing Hammer to get rid of this energy. So I think I might just go with the Marnie here. Would love to hold on to all these resources here. I'm just gonna go with the Marnie here. Hope for the best. Maybe we draw into. Oof, that's not great. Okay. Yeah. So we can just bench the Mew3, attach to the Mew3, and pass on over to our opponent. Not a whole lot else we could have done. I don't think the Dedenne there would have been great. It wouldn't have been bad since our opponent didn't really have much going on for them, but I would have loved to see something like a Quick Ball or a Cherish Ball to maybe search out something like a Dedenne-GX when we Marnied. Yeah, even a Quick Ball there would have been great because, and there's the concession from our opponent. Alright, well, I guess we just beat a Rapid Strike Urshifu deck, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so hopping into our next game here against Tommy. Good luck to him or her. They've got the white Kyurem coin. They're going to be calling the coin flip. Again, hopefully we do go second. We do want that turn 1 Electrify. Our opponent's taking their time deciding whether or not they want to call heads or tails. So, now let's see. We do win the coin flip, fortunately. I'm 100% going to opt to go second. And yeah, let's see what this hand looks like. And this hand's looking much better than the last one. As long as we're not up against ADPZ and they Mawile us turn 1, should be okay. Because this starting hand is looking very, very good. They've got the Rapid Strike Urshifu sleeve, so maybe we're up against Rapid Strike Urshifu. Let's find out. I'm not going to start the Dedenne, obviously, because that's not great. And we do see a Jirachi, so this is probably Rapid Strike Urshifu with that Jirachi engine, or some sort of fire deck. Either Scentiscorch or Baby Blounce or Tempozard wouldn't be too surprising. Yeah, let's find out. Our opponent's taking their time deciding what they want to do. There's the Quick Ball first from our opponent, getting rid of a Reset Stamp. Alright. Fire decks definitely do play Reset Stamp, so I'm not too entirely sure still what we are up against. Even Tempozard plays like a one of Reset Stamp, and there is a Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Alright, so we're up against Rapid Strike Urshifu V again. Yeah, so again, we do want to, there's a Stone Fighting Energy. We definitely do want to Electrify to a Mew3 turn 1. That's definitely the way to go, because even if our opponent benches something like a Jirachi-GX, Mew3 is something that Rapid Strike Urshifu cannot one-hit KO, so that's definitely going to be our optimal attacker in this case. And there is another Dedenne-GX. That's not great, so I think I'm probably just gonna Marnie here. Definitely don't want to get rid of both of my Dedenne-GXs on turn 1. That doesn't sound terribly great to me, so I'm gonna grab a Pikachu and Zekrom off of this Cherish Ball here. Going to Quick Ball away the Pikachu and Zekrom. Probably go for a Mew3. I think that's okay. Probably play the other Cherish Ball, maybe just grab another Mew3. But then again, they could hit both of them for 120. Which would set it up for, which would set both of them up actually for that G-Max Rapid Flow, which I don't like. So probably just actually hold off on playing the Cherish Ball. I'm gonna go with the Marnie here, and hopefully see an energy. I would really like that. And there's, okay, perfect. Hopefully we hit a Crushing Hammer heads here. That would be pretty nice. Let's play the Crushing Hammer, and it does hit heads. That is awesome. We're gonna attach the Speed Lightning here. Okay, this hand looks like a decent one to hold. I don't think they play Fion, so hopefully they can't gust this up somehow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Electrify here. I don't really see a reason to bench anything else. I actually probably could have grabbed a Coco there, which probably would have been good, but I wasn't sure whether or not it was priced or not, so that's the reason I actually didn't go for it there. He actually priced 2 hammers, which is something we definitely do want to keep in mind. But fortunately, that one did hit heads, so we're looking okay so far. So let's see how our opponent responds this turn. They're probably looking to KO our Boltund, I would imagine. Probably get a Jirachi-GX in play as well, so this thing doesn't die and one-hit KO to like a Tagbolt GX. There's the Air Balloon 2D Rapid Strike Urshifu V. They're gonna go with the Stellar Wish here. Let's see what they hit. Yeah, so next turn, probably want to Quick Ball away but we'll probably go with the research next turn. There's the scoop up net from our opponent. That's a good sign. Not a draw supporter, not a way to find this Urshifu VMAX. They opt to scoop up net. They're probably gonna go back into it, which is fine with us. I mean, they just burned the scoop up net essentially. So I'm definitely pretty content with that. So next turn, we'll probably quick ball, find the Koko Prism Star. Oh, there's the escape rope. That is unfortunate, but it is okay because they can't one-hit KO our Mew 3, so maybe it's fine. They're probably gonna force this up, hit it for 150, and that's not gonna be great. There's the scoop up net again. They can't retreat again, so they'll probably escape rope, go back into this. They are down 2 scoop up nets in the early game, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I could have played around the escape rope shenanigans here. There's not a whole... Yeah, we definitely didn't want to bench anything else that turn, so I think I was still correct on my part. Maybe could have gotten another Mew 3 out. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what our opponent opts to do. They're taking their time. They might just go with strafe here. Yeah, they're just gonna opt to go with the strafe, which is definitely fine with me. So now we have an opening to where we can actually go boss's orders, try to take a KO on this. We need to find an energy, a way to move out of the active, as well as the boss's orders, and we have access to Dedenne and access to Crobat. So I think I'm liking my odds of doing so. Quick ball away the Boltund. We definitely don't need to bench a second one. That would definitely be pretty excess in my opinion. And worst comes to worst, we whiff it, we can go with another Electrify, which I don't necessarily mind doing, so I'm just going to opt to grab a Dedenne here. It actually seems like our opponent has a dead hand, so KOing this Jirachi wouldn't be terrible either, considering the fact that they did not play the escape rope last turn. I'm not entirely sure why they didn't. They could have gotten another Stellar Wish off, maybe gotten a draw supporter, but our opponent's just doing what they're doing. So we're going to go with this here, hopefully not quite there yet. Again, I don't really mind KOing this Jirachi this turn, so we can attach to the Mew 3, attach Air Balloon to active, and hopefully Crobat find the boss's orders. 3 cards, let's see it. And we actually got there. Alright, that's really good. So we're gonna boss up this Rapid Strike Urshifu V, retreat into the Mew 3, just go with that full blitz. And yeah, we're definitely taking advantage of the fact that our opponent is bricking here. I'm definitely not complaining, so I'm gonna attach all 3 to this Mew 3 here. And yeah, we're sitting in a really dominant position here. See a couple of energies from the prize cards. There's a Crushing Hammer from the prize cards, one of the 2 that were prized, so if our opponent attaches an energy to a benched Rapid Strike Urshifu V, we can potentially hammer that energy away. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. There's the research from our opponent. Yeah, we'll probably see the research here. Yep, there's the research. See what they get rid of. They get rid of 2 boss's orders and escape rope as well. Alright, that's those are some pretty good resources that I do like seeing gone. Again, I don't really understand why our opponent did not escape rope the turn that this was knocked out, because they could have gotten an extra Stellar Wish off and potentially KO'd our Boltund. At the same time, I guess our opponent doesn't really want to play into that stamp to 1 scenario, so there is merit to what our opponent did, I guess. There's the Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Our opponent grabs. Yeah, but we're still sitting in a really good spot, so definitely can't complain. They opt to attach the Rapid Strike energy to it. They can go with another strafe if they want to, if they have like a switching effect or something like that. There's the calm. They calm the Jirachi back into the deck. They grab the Jirachi-GX. Okay, so unless we top deck, we can still KO this if we get fortunate enough with Tingly Return GX. There's the quick ball. They opt to go for the Dedenne-GX. Okay, so our opponent, I'm not sure what else our opponent really wants here. They might be overextending with this Dedenne-GX because by the looks of it, they're pretty darn set up. So I don't know what else they could really do this turn. So I'm not too sure how I feel about that Dedenne-GX there. But yeah, let's see what our opponent is going to do. They could play another escape rope. There's the scoop of net. Looks like they are just gonna go for that strafe. That's a 3rd net down, which is pretty good for us, I would say. We can actually if we can actually boss up this Jirachi-GX if we top deck like a quick ball or something like that, KO the Jirachi-GX. There's the Cherish Ball. That's not ideal, I think. We could actually go for Tag Bolt here and win the game. I just realized that. So what we can do is Tag Switch to this Mew3, attach to the Mew3, and try to find a boss's orders. Let's play the Crushing Hammer here, see how this works out. It does hit heads, so I'm feeling pretty safe to actually go for this play. Gonna play the Cherish Ball, grab the Dedenne-GX. We have 2 boss's orders in deck. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for it. If anything, we can soften this up for a potential KO with Boltund maybe. So I'm gonna play the Tag Switch here, move the energy from this to the active. I don't know if this is the entirely right play to make or not, but a win is a win. So let's see if we can hit it here. We need a boss's orders, and that is it. No, oh, there's the concession from our opponents. I guess they thought it was over. We didn't have it, but I guess they were a little too behind at this point. And yeah, that's gonna do it for game 2, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so getting into our 3rd game here against Asa Jan. Good luck to him or her. We're gonna cut a coin flip. Let's see it. We do lose, so maybe our opponent lets us go second, which is what we want. Let's see what they opt for us to do. Yeah, going second the last few games have certainly worked out for us. And this starting hand is looking super good. I'm very happy with this hand because we already have the Turn 1 Electrify setup. We have the Cherish Ball to grab out a Mew3 or a Pikarom, and it looks like we are up against Dragapult. This matchup's definitely a little bit awkward for us. If our Crushing Hammers hit tails, things can get a little bit tricky. But yeah, let's see if our opponent has anything else to do turn 1. They already have the Dragapult, they already have the attachment. Not a whole lot else that our opponent really needs, I think. So probably just see. There's the Crobat for 1. I'm not too sure how I feel about that one. Their hand must not be terribly ideal. I don't know what else they need again, just the pass. Alright, that's not a great top deck. Let's play the Crushing Hammer. Hits heads. Alright, that is wonderful. So in this matchup, we do not want to use Mew3 because Mew3 will get absolutely bodied by Dragapult VMAX. That's something we do want to keep in mind. So I'm just gonna probably grab out the Pikachu and Zekrom. Go for that Electro. I don't know what else we really need. I mean, we could dig for a draw supporter to potentially see more Crushing Hammers, but our opponent could play Power Plant in theory, which I am pretty scared of. I'm not gonna lie. Probably just do this no matter what. Now the question is, do I or do I not want to Dedenne-GX? Because if our opponent plays something like a Power Plant, a really disruptive build of Dragapult, we could be in a little bit of a bad spot. So I'm not entirely sure whether or not I want to Dedenne. I'm gonna Dedenne here, play it a little bit safe. Maybe I shouldn't have because it acts as something that our opponent can stack damage counters on. But at the same time, I feel like it's safe to do so. So I'm gonna go with the Electrify here. Put both of the energies on the Pikachu and Zekrom. And with 2 Crushing Hammers in our hand, I am feeling pretty good. The only thing that I'm not happy about is being down 2 switch turn 1. But considering our draws, they probably would have gone down the drain anyways the following turn, assuming our opponent didn't Marnie us or something like that. So yeah, so I think whatever we did there, we wouldn't have been, the switches probably would have been in the bin. So let's see what our opponents got going for them. There's the switch into the Crobat V, okay, and there's the research. Getting rid of a lot, okay, so we are up against Urshifu, Dragapult. Alright, this is definitely going to be a very interesting one. They grabbed the Rapid Strike Urshifu V. I'm 100% scared of this. This is something we need to be scared of. So I'm going to play the Crushing Hammer here. It does hit heads. That is huge. So I'm going to attach it to Pikachu and Zekrom here. See what we draw. Okay, this is a good hand. So I think I'm going to hold this hand because we have another Crushing Hammer that I want to keep around to hopefully slow our opponent down even more. And what I want to do here is actually set up Mew3. Potentially set up a Mew3, but then we don't have a boss's orders the following turn to potentially KO this Rapid Strike Urshifu V. So I'm edging toward researching here, but at the same time I really don't want to research to get rid of this Crushing Hammer. but I guess that's maybe what we have to do here. So I think I'm just gonna go for the researches. I'm gonna quick ball away the Eldegoss V, go for that Mew3. Nope, not the Boltund, the Mew3. Bench the Mew3. Now what we can do is actually tag switch to this, which I feel like is an okay play to make. There's not really a reason for me not to, so I'm gonna go with the tag switch here. Move these two to the Mew3, because why not, essentially. And I think I'm just gonna go with the research here. Don't really need to bench that second Boltund, I think, and see what we draw. There's the boss's orders for the following turn, and yeah, we're just looking pretty set up now. Let's go with that Electrify. Exactly 2 energies left in deck, so I'm gonna attach one to this Mew3, and another one probably just to the Pikachu and Zekrom, just to get the energies out of the deck here. And yeah, if our opponent plays Raichu-GX, we are gonna be in a little bit of a tricky spot, because we just invested a bunch of energies into our Mew3 and we won't be hitting this for weakness. They opt to go for the Dragapult V Max here. Okay. There's the research from our opponent. Getting rid of research. They opted not to V Max there, which is pretty interesting, I guess. They benched the Remoraid. Yeah, now I'm definitely just really wanting that Crushing Hammer back. Let's see. Our opponent is down a solid bit of energies, but probably not enough to the point where they just whiff one, I would imagine. So there's the quick ball from our opponent, getting rid of the Marnie here. Let's see what they grab. They have to grab another Rapid Strike Urshifu V. They have to bench it. Alright. That's fine with us. And just a pass from our opponent is going to conclude their turn. So 40, 70, 100, 130, 160, 190. We're not hitting quite enough to one-hit KO this Dragapult V. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We priced 3 lightning energies, which definitely sucks. What I wouldn't mind doing is actually just going for another Electrify this turn, but we are out of energies in deck. We know that from last turn. So I'm just gonna probably start off with the Cherish Ball here. Probably just grab this Raichu and Alolan Raichu, thin it out. Yeah, I think that's probably correct. We could just boss this up and hit it maybe. Let's see what we have left in deck. The Yell Grunt still is in deck, so we could hit that potentially, but I don't really see what difference that makes since we can't boss and Yell Grunt in the same turn. Maybe the optimal play here is just to get this up and hit it. They are down 2 bosses orders, so they might not be able to find a way to hit our Mew3. Yeah, I think I'm liking just bossing up this this Dragapult VMAX and hitting it with Bolt Storm. I think I like doing that, so that's what I'm gonna do. Boss this up here. Attach Air Balloon to Dedenne. Yeah, probably just attack. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to do anything else. So I'm just gonna go with the Bolt Storm here. Hopefully they don't have a boss's orders to work with to boss up our Mew3 and hit it super hard. But even if they do, we're still not, because they still can't one-hit KO us with Max Phantom. They would leave us with 10 HP. So unless they play something like a Zigzagoon, yeah, they're attaching to the bench Rapid Strike Urshifu V. That's telling us that they don't have it. So I'm definitely pretty happy with that. Hopefully we draw into another boss's orders here. That would be great. No boss's orders, unfortunately, but a Speed Lightning Energy could get us there. They opt to evolve and oh, they can actually KO us. Okay, that's okay, because we can go in and KO this and then boss this up, KO that, which I'm pretty content with. So I'm actually okay with our opponent taking a KO there. There's the Stamp, that's pretty good, so I can attach the Speed Lightning here. There's the Koko, there's a Stamp, okay, that's pretty good. So what we want next turn is a boss's orders. We can simply go for the Tag Bolt KO on this, or Tingly Return. So I'm going to Stamp our opponent here, and then just go with the research, because we definitely just want to find a boss's orders to work with. Yeah, get rid of all these useless cards now. We don't really need those anymore. No boss's orders to work with, unfortunately, but we do have plenty of quick balls to dig. The following turn, we have access to Crobat and Dedenne still left in deck, so I'm definitely feeling pretty good about this game. Definitely think that we can wrap this up pretty easily in the next few turns. Do I want to pop Koko or not right now is the question. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to Tag Bolt this, take a KO on that. Do I want to bench this Boltund V is the real question. So 40, 70, 100, 130, 160, 190, 220, 250. This Boltund could hit some numbers. So I'm probably just going to bench the Boltund V here, just thin it out of the deck, to be quite honest. Use Dance of the Ancients here. Just probably just gonna attach to both of these guys because I don't really see a reason not to do so. Our opponent's not going to be able to attack with Dragapult VMAX with Max Phantom the following turn, so our Mew3's definitely in a pretty safe spot here. So I'm just going to go in with the Mew3, hit our opponent for 400 damage with that Tag Bolt GX, and yeah, we're looking pretty good here. So I don't really see an out for our opponent unless they stamp us into Oblivion or Marnie us into Oblivion. Yeah, so this is probably going to be, no, there's a Crushing Hammer. Okay, so our prize cards were pretty good. We found an energy, Hammer's pretty nice, and our opponent promotes the Remoraid. I'm pretty sure we have this one just about wrapped up here. Let's see how our opponent responds. There's the Dedenne thinning out some more cards, and yeah, this is just a major weakness of the Dragapult VMAX Rapid Strike Urshifu deck. It's that it's a little bit inconsistent at times, so our opponent's going to go with that Rapid Strike Surge here. Did not get out a Rapid Strike energy. We're probably gonna get hit by Gale Thrust this turn, but that's perfectly fine here. We'll probably find the boss's orders to work with. Next turn there's the Eldegoss. Our opponent's giving us the Well Played. I'm sort of scared now. Did it have? Nope, there's a concession. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the games with the Pikachu and Zekrom. 3 dubs against Rapid Strike Urshifu. Not a problem. Very easy game. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do remember to subscribe if you enjoy the content. And with all of that being said, remember to have a good day, stay safe, and peace out.